Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is my everyday makeup drawer for July. So as I'm filming this, it's July 1st, so we are officially in the second half of 2026. This is my everyday makeup drawer. As most of you that watch these videos know, I take you through my makeup collection and pick out a bunch of new products that I keep here in my everyday makeup drawer for the month, and then at the end we use the products and do our makeup together. So that is what we're doing today. These are always my favorite. I always look forward to them, and I know a lot of y'all do too. So I hope you enjoy, and if you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty content here on my channel. I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. But let's get into it. So as always, we will start with last month's products, then we'll pick out some new makeup, and then we'll do our makeup together at the end. Okay, so here's my makeup from the month of June. As always, I'm gonna give you a few standout products, and then I do have one product I'm going to declutter, and I'll share that in a second. But let's go over the things that stood out to me this month. Number one, Laura Mercier, this Tinted Blur Balm. I have worn this so many times this month. I absolutely love this stuff. If you want something that is really lightweight, kind of like a skin tint type of product, but you don't want it to be super glowy like a lot of skin tints are, this is great. And it actually gives a decent amount of coverage. You just take a pretty dense brush, tap it in, tap it on your face, and you're good to go. It's really pretty, and you know, you can always spot conceal with concealer in certain areas if you need to do that. But this is definitely one of my favorites from the whole month. And Laura Mercier actually randomly reached out to me and gave me a discount code for you guys. I don't know why, but let me double check and I'll tell you what it is. I think it's an affiliate code, but I'm honestly not really sure. Yeah, it's Blair20. So that will get you 20% off anything on the Laura Mercier website. So that's nice. All right, so that was definitely a standout product. Another standout product, actually, okay, this is gonna seem sponsored. It's not, I swear. The other thing, or one of the other things I've rediscovered this month is the Ultra Blur powder from Laura Mercier. So this is not brand new. This is not a new launch. I've had this for probably about 6 months, and it kind of got pushed to the back of my powders for some reason, but this is such an amazing blurring powder. Like it is, if you have a lot of skin texture or pores and you really are looking to blur and smooth the skin and you need a new powder, I would seriously look into this one. It is phenomenal. It also does a fantastic job of keeping your makeup on. So I've been sleeping on this powder for sure. So that is definitely another favorite. Now, a few other standout things for me are definitely my Kosas Impressionist blush sticks. I think these are so good. They are pretty pigmented, but they are very easy to blend out if you want less pigment. I have been reaching for these probably the most out of all the blushes that I put in, because I had quite a few in this time, and this is definitely the one I reached for the most. Let's see, what else did I love? I kind of started using this lip liner again. If you've been around my channel for a long time, you may remember I used to talk about this from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Lip Cheat, but it's in the shade Love Trap. It's a really beautiful, rosy, mauvey, slightly brown lip liner. No one talks about this shade in Love Trap, but I love it. It almost perfectly matches my natural lip tone, so I also kind of rediscovered that this month. But I guess those are kind of my standout things. Still loving my two SPFs. I've talked about both of these quite a bit. Haru, the Black Rice SPF, and Natasha. Those I'm loving the most. I just kind of alternate between the two. So those are kind of the standout products that I can think of. But there are two things actually that I'm going to declutter. The first, and I'm really sad to say this, is the Lumi Matte Foundation. So in my last everyday makeup drawer, I used this foundation and I loved it. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous foundation, but it has one thing about it that I can't stand, and it's been driving me crazy every time I've tried to use this. This stuff oxidizes like significantly. I feel like every time I use this, it looks perfect when I apply it, and then by the end of the day, it literally looks orange. Like I look like an Oompa Loompa. And oh, that just drives me nuts. I hate it. I can't deal with that. I hate that when foundations, skin tints, whatever, oxidize. So sadly, I'm gonna declutter this. I don't really know why that happens with some base products, but yeah, that is a non-negotiable for me. So I'm gonna declutter that. The other thing I'm gonna declutter is the Lumi Bronze Stick from L'Oreal, but not because I don't like the product. I actually like this, but I do not like this color. This color is called Sun-Kissed Rosé, and it looks like it would be a good color when you swatch it there, but I swear on the skin, this turns orange. Like it's something about it. The undertone is just not good for me. I think they were going for like a true peachy, like reddish undertone, but something went wrong here. I don't know. I do not like the tone of this at all. I like the formula though. And actually L'Oreal sent me 2 other shades of this, but I'm afraid they may be too dark. I don't know. This is definitely the one intended for my skin tone, but I just, like even the swatch there doesn't look that bad, but when you blend it out, I swear it's orange and I don't like it. Every time I've used it, I don't like the way it looks. So sadly, both of those products will be decluttered, but other than that, really good group here. But as always, let's go ahead and we're gonna put everything back and we'll pick some new products. Okay, let's pick some new products, starting with primer. I don't really have too many primers anymore, but let's switch it up and go for this Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. I do really like this. I just, as y'all know, I don't always use a primer. It just kind of depends on the day, but I do like this one when I do. So let's do Iconic London. And let's see, I've had the Maybelline Grippy Primer in last month, and part of me is kind of like, maybe I need to put this in because it is so hot outside. Like today, I think it's like 97 or 98 here, and it is unbearable. Like the humidity, it's awful. So the minute I step outside, if I have makeup on, chances are the makeup's going to, if not melt off, it definitely will move. So I don't know, part of me thinks maybe I should put this in too. I guess we will, just because. But that's it for primers. Okay, so now for foundations and skin tints. So by now y'all should have seen my project pan video and you saw the products that I picked. So I do have a few base products in my project pan as well that are going to be included in my everyday makeup drawer now, but I still want to include some other things. So I'm still rotating through the rest of my stuff. I don't want to choose anything that's too glowy right now because like I said, it is unbearably hot. I think I'm going to put this in for one option, the Covergirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector. So I've talked about this on Instagram in a video at some point, but I finally bought this, and I cannot believe it took me this long to try this product. It is so good. It is so good, and it is so similar to the Chanel. I thought there's no way they can really be that similar. Well, I was wrong. They are. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I mean, it is undeniably similar to the Chanel Water Fresh tint. So yeah, I was blown away by this the first time I tried it. So I think I'm gonna put that in. I like that as like a lightweight base option. I also like the Chanel one, but for this month, I think we're gonna do the Covergirl. But honestly, a lot of my skin products, like my base products, a lot of them are on the glowier side, which for right now is not the best. I think I might actually put in my Merit uniforms. So typically I can wear shade 26, but I also have shade 22. Shade 26 right now has been looking a little bit off on me, so I'm gonna put in shade 22 also and try to mix them. But I do like this product because this is, I would say, more on the natural finish side for a skin tint. So I'm gonna go for both of those, and then maybe one more like true foundation. I guess we could do, let's do this, the Studio Fix from MAC. Obviously very different from the other base products, but this is very matte and very long wearing typically, so I think maybe we'll put that in for another option. And that should be it, I think, for skin tints and foundations, since we do have a few things in my project pan already. Now let's do color correctors, which are over here. Let's see, what should we pick? I did the Huda one last month and the e.l.f. Soft Glam, which I really like. I think I may do one of my cream correctors, although I do have a cream corrector in my project pan that you might have seen. So then I'm like, maybe I don't need to do another cream, I'll just do a liquid. Or no, actually, you know what? Let's put this in. My good old Bobbi Brown corrector stick. That one has not been used in forever, so let's do that. And then, let's see, should we do another corrector too? No, let's just stick with those two for correctors. And then finally for concealer, another category that is very large. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is put my Nars soft matte concealer in. I have been reaching for this randomly lately just because I've had like a random pimple or something that I need to cover, and this is what I always use for that. I wouldn't really use anything else for that step, so I'm gonna stick that in just to have it out. And let's see, okay, for regular concealers, I think I'm gonna try this concealer again. I've tried it a few times, the Essence Silky Blur, and I'm not sure. I can't decide if I like it or not, so I think I'm gonna put it in this time. I have two different shades. I have 150 and 130. I'm just gonna put both in. But yeah, I just feel like I can't, I'm not sure if I like that concealer a lot or not. I might also put the Chanel concealer in. I have two of those as well, so I may put both in just to try to use them both. And then neither of those concealers I'm like in love with. So now I feel like I need to put in something that I know that I like. Let's put in the Hourglass concealer. Yeah, because this is a tried and true. I've loved this one for years. That way I'll have another option. Oh no, actually I just thought of something. Okay. I am actually gonna put this in. I don't think I even told you guys that I bought this, but this is the Natasha Denona Brightener, but in the shade B3. So this is one shade up from the one I bought initially, which is B2. This one actually is a pretty good pink tone for the under eyes. It's a little bit darker than B2, and I think I can actually use this for corrector. I just got that though, so let's put that in. We're gonna kind of play around with that too. But I think that's it for this drawer. Okay, let's pick some powder first. So this drawer, this is the one that's giving me the most anxiety. So I don't know. I may do a declutter of this drawer at some point. I don't know. But, or I may even end up separating this drawer again. So if you're new to my channel, I used to have blush by itself below this drawer. But then when I did my most recent makeup declutters a few months ago, I decluttered enough where I could fit powder, highlighter, bronzer, and blush all in this drawer. But that didn't leave me much room to grow for anything new. And now here we are. So I may have to reorganize my makeup again. I don't know. We'll see. I'd also like to reduce this even more. I haven't really decided how I'm going to handle that yet, so stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and pick powder. I think number one, I'm going to do the e.l.f., the new powder. What is this called? The Set It Bright powder. This is very new to me and I need to keep using it. So that is going to be option one. All right, let's do the Huda pressed powder. This one is in Poundcake. So let's do that for another option, and then maybe even something else. Or should we just stick with, no, let's just stick with those two, I think. So that's it for powder. I am going to put a highlighter in just to have one. Let's do the Sarah Creel, the Today's Highlight in Style Selection. It's this really nice light pink, kind of like a rose gold highlight. Let's do that. And now for bronzers. So my bronzers have really expanded in the last, I guess since the beginning of the year. I just feel like I've gotten so many new ones and new ones have come out. So let's put this one in. This is the Fara Homidi bronzer in the shade Bois. So I love this one. I haven't used it in a little while, and I actually did buy the new bronzer in the lightest shade. I did buy that, and actually it just came a few minutes ago, so haven't tried it yet. That was something I am trying to buy less, but I knew when I saw those previewed that I was going to buy that, so can't wait to try it. But I'm also going to put in the bronzer. It's been a while since I've used that. And let's see, what else can we do? I'm going to do my mini face trace from Westman in Biscuit, because this is all I have left and we're going to use it up. So we're going to put that in. Let's do this from Chantecaille. This is the real bronze, but this is the new shade in Soleil. So this is more of a reddish color. It's really, really pretty. And I bought this because typically the Chantecaille bronzers in the past, they had the shade Serena and also the shade Goa. Neither of those two shades were great for me, but this one looked like a really good undertone. So I ended up picking that up. So let's put that in. And then let's see, do I want anything else? It's I have the new ones from e.l.f. I've been playing with these and I really like those. But I also have the one that's in my Shop My Stash. So no, I think we'll stop there for bronzer. For blush, which has also gotten very out of hand. Let me put that over there. See, my bronzers are so out of control, I can't even put them all in place. Like the Road one right here has nowhere to go, so we're just gonna put it there. I feel serious decision fatigue right now. Ooh, okay, Revlon. This is new, or it's not new, but I kind of forgot I had it. This is Tickled Pink, so it's just a nice baby doll matte blush. I actually don't remember where I got this. It is a really pretty color though. Kind of like the perfect pink bridal blush. When I think of a bridal blush, this is the kind of color I think of. Let's do that for one option. All right, let's do an Armani cheek tint. The Luminous Silk cheek tint in Delicate Mauve. Let's do the Prada blush, just because I'm kind of in the mood to use that one. Okay, for powder blush, let's do an RMS blush. Maybe Cur Royale. It's That's for 2 powders and 2 creams. I should honestly probably stop there. I kind of want to put, these are the new Nars blushes. I actually love them. I think we're gonna do those too because I really like them. All right, I think that's it. Sorry, I know it just kind of got darker. The light I'm using from my window, it all just went away at one time. So if it got darker, sorry about that. But I think that's everything for this drawer. Okay, finally, eyes and lips. This drawer is also getting really full. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to reorganize some things here. But let's start with the eyes. Maybe a single shadow, possibly. Oh, I think I might do one of my Chantecaille singles. This is the Cheetah shadow, and it's just a really nice like champagne shadow that goes with everything. I think I'll do that. Let's see what else. I'm gonna do one of my Merit shadows. This one is the shade Brune. It's the really dark brown. Typically, I wouldn't use this by itself, but I'm thinking maybe I could use it as liner or something. So I'm gonna put that in. Oh, and then also this new NYX Lid Lingerie. This is just a matte eyeshadow in a really nice neutral color. Maybe also, oh, mine is kind of separating, but the Lisa Eldridge Liquid Lorax in the shade Emily. It's a really nice kind of neutral metallic shade. And honestly, that's probably it for singles. And then in terms of a palette, maybe let's do my Master Mattes, the neutrals from Mario. I just love that palette, and it's just a good one for every day. And that's probably it, honestly, for eyes. Like I've said a few times, I haven't been as into eyeshadows lately. I don't know. But let's stop there for the eyes. For brows, I'm just gonna do, no, actually, I do have a new brow gel, this ColourPop brow gel, the Brow Boss. I just got this, so I'm testing it out to see if I can find something that I like from the drugstore, because I'm obsessed with that Benefit brow setter anyways. So I'm testing that, and maybe we'll do this e.l.f. Microfine brow pencil, and then I think I'll put my NYX one back in because I honestly feel like we can use this one up. So I'm gonna put that in too. For mascara, I'm gonna do the new Revi Beauty. I just got that one. I'm gonna do my e.l.f. Lash and Roll. It's one of my all-time favorites. And oh, maybe the Rare Beauty mascara also. All right, for like single shadow sticks or liners, let's see, I want to put my Victoria Beckham liner in the shade Orchid. I haven't been using my Victoria Beckhams as much. And maybe the Mario liner, but in bronze, just to switch it up from the taupey color. And then I might do a few of these Jones Road eyeshadow sticks, taupe and smoky brown. Let's do those. And let's see, maybe this It Cosmetics No Tug shadow stick also. And that should be good for all the eye products. Now for lips, again, my lip liners, we gotta find a new solution because this is driving me nuts. Okay, let's do, oh, maybe we should do one of these. Let's do a Sashu lip stain. I've been really into lip stains lately, lip liner stains. So let's do that. Let's do Tower 28 in Paint My Number. That's a good one. This is a Rimmel liner in 90s Nude. We'll do that. Maybe the L'Oreal Blur Filler. Oh, Endless Cacao. Let's do that one too. And oh, maybe my Maybelline. Yeah, this one in Big Lift. I've been missing that. Let's put that one in. And then I have another Rimmel one in Cappuccino. Let's do both of those. And maybe Hung Van Gogh Fill It In also. Okay, so that's it for liners. Let's do Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Birthday Cake. I kind of forgot that that was even down there. Maybe one of these from YSL. These are the, I forget what they're called, the Candy Glaze maybe. This one is shade 15. Haven't used that in a while. Let's do Be My Bridesmaid from MAC. Let's do Lisa Eldridge. This is her balm. I forget what the name of it is, but this is the shade Epanu. It's like a really nice pinky nude color. Oh, this is new. I want to put this in. This is the new Dior lipstick in 504 Dior Sweet. So pretty. Let's do Rose Latte from Violette FR. Let's do this Sarah Creel gloss. It's a really nice shimmery one. Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever. Ooh, and Classic Rose Nude, or what is this called? It's number 38. I'm blanking on the name, but I love that one forever. I think that's good. So let's gather everything up, and then of course we'll organize everything back in my drawer. I also just remembered I need to put my Project Pan items in also. So hopefully everything will fit. If not, we may have to reduce some of the things. But anyway, let's do it. Okay, I got everything put back in after reorganizing it like 87 times. Is anybody else like this? You just want everything to fit perfectly. Like you don't want any overlap. You want it to look very aesthetic. I know. I can't help it. I'm just like, I guess because I'm a Virgo. I don't know. But I think this is as good as it's gonna get. And this looks pretty good, to be honest. So I kind of have things spread out because it wouldn't, I just kind of had to go where things would fit. So the Project Pan stuff is just mixed in. In the past, I think I've done it and had Project Pan stuff like in its own section, but this time I just put it in with the everyday makeup drawer stuff. But I have SPFs back here, another SPF here, primer and complexion products right here, powders, bronzers, and blushes, and my highlighter. More blushes, concealers, glosses, lip products, palettes, eye stuff, lip liners, and single eyeshadows over there. So let's go ahead and we're gonna use some of these products and do our makeup together. All right, let's get into the makeup, but I'm gonna do my SPF first. I think I want to use the Haru Wonder today. I've been loving this one, and it has done really well with all the makeup that I've paired with it, but it doesn't feel too glowy or greasy when it dries down, so I like it a lot for really hot weather, and it's affordable. All right, for the base today, I think I want to do the Covergirl Simply Ageless Essence. And I'm going to do something that I typically don't do, which is just like squeeze this out on my face. But this product, it kind of makes sense. So this is, I'm sure y'all have seen this because I'm way, way late to the party on this product, but it is this really thin, light serum, like water, and it has the little beads in it, and the beads burst as you blend it, and that's how you get the tint. And it gives just a little bit of coverage. It's like the Chanel Water Fresh tint, which is why I didn't buy this for the longest time because I have the Chanel one and I love it. And I thought, okay, there's no way that Covergirl could possibly do something that is anywhere near that Chanel one. And boy, was I wrong. This is such a beautiful product. And it's like, I think this is about $20 depending on where you get it. The Chanel one is, I don't even know, is that stuff like $75 or something like that? It may be a little less than that. I don't know why I'm blanking on the price right now, but this stuff is so similar. It's unreal. And I'm wearing the shade Light Neutral 25. If I had any sun at all, which I have not very much at the moment, but if I did, this would probably be a little bit too light. This is like a perfect color for me in the winter probably, but anyways, it's fine for right now, but it gives the same exact effect as the Chanel. And this is coming from someone that also owns the Chanel. So this, literally the first day I tried this, I wasn't filming. I just like threw it on my face real quick, and all day long I was staring at my skin thinking there is no way that that is that good. But no, it is. It is. So if you're into this type of product and you haven't tried it, don't be like me and wait forever to try it. So many people told me to try this too when it came out, but I was like, no, you know, I know I'm not gonna love it. I love the Chanel one. Well, joke's on me because I should have tried it. Let's go in with some corrector. So I'm gonna show you this Natasha Denona Brightener. So this is not really intended to color correct. This is supposed to be after you correct and you use concealer, but I personally really like a pinky tone like this to correct under my eyes. So I bought a darker shade of it, which is B3, and I'll show it to you today. I've used it a few times on my own and I thought it worked really, really well. I'll show you today and see what you think, but it kind of reminds me of, it's kind of a similar tone to the e.l.f. Soft Glam Corrector in the light pink color. This one is like that, but this is a much more pigmented formula. You definitely get more pigment and coverage overall with this product than you do with the e.l.f. But I swear the pink, if you are a similar skin tone to me and you have a lot of blue and purple under your eyes, something that has some pink in it that's not light. So I don't mean like a white pink, something that's so bright that it looks almost white under the eyes. That's not going to do anything for you if you actually have discoloration under your eyes. I mean something that is pink, but it's like a true pink. It doesn't have a ton of white in the pigment or in the formula. But yeah, I feel like it does a really good job of correcting. Let me know what you think, but I do. All right, let's see. And we're gonna use regular concealer too. So if it looks a little bit pink, it's okay because we're gonna fix it. I just wanted to show it to you. All right, what should we use? All right, so I'm kind of feeling like the Hourglass concealer today. So I'm gonna use this on my face just to add a little bit more coverage because the Covergirl product it's pretty light coverage, but it actually, you know what? I say it's light coverage. I actually think it's closer to light medium because it did a really nice job of evening my skin tone. And I don't have perfectly even skin, that's for sure. So I think it's such a beautiful formula. I'm like floored by it. But can we talk about something really sad that happened? Today's actually the first day that Netflix removed Gilmore Girls from the platform. I cannot believe it. I have been watching Gilmore Girls, or I should say rewatching Gilmore Girls on Netflix for the past, I don't know how many years, long time, years and years and years and years. And something about me is I'm not a big TV show person. I used to be a little bit more so when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, I don't know, I don't really watch much TV at all now. I do love Dancing with the Stars, which is not on right now, but that'll be back on, I think, in September. So that I do love. I'm like very devoted to that. But other than that, I used to watch The Bachelor. I haven't really been into that lately. That's like, I don't know, I feel like that show has kind of fallen off. But anyway, I re-watch Gilmore Girls every day of my life, and I'm not joking. Typically right before I go to bed, I will turn that on my phone on Netflix, and I will watch it for like sometimes even just like 2 minutes. Mainly because I don't know, it's just comforting to me. That is my ultimate comfort show, and it has been for years. Like, I can remember being, I think, in like 7th grade when I discovered that show, and I've loved it ever since. Like, I used to have the box set, the big DVD box set. I can't remember if I still have it somewhere or if I ended up giving that away, but Netflix removed it, so it is not there. But the Gilmore Girls remake that they did a few years ago is still on there, which is kind of weird to me, because that was like a Netflix exclusive show that they did, which I did watch it. In fact, I watched it several times, but it was okay to me, but I didn't love it. I thought they missed the mark a little bit with that one. But anyways, Netflix has betrayed me. So you know what I did? I canceled Netflix this morning because there is no reason for me to have it without Gilmore Girls. So sad, sad day. I will be getting, I guess Hulu has it now, so I guess I'm going to be signing up for Hulu because, yeah, I can't be without my Gilmore Girls. All right, I am going to use, I think, a little bit of my Westman contour stick in Biscuit, which is pretty much gone. I'm gonna use up every last bit of this stuff because I love it and I don't want any of it to go to waste. Plus, I have the new one in Toast now, so I've been reaching for that one quite a bit, but I do want to use up my Biscuit because I love this one too. I like Biscuit because even on my skin tone, it is cooler toned, but it's not gray. Okay, for blush, I'm going to use the Armani Cheek Tint in Delicate Mauve, and I'm going to get it with that same brush we just used for the Biscuit shade and apply it this way. I love this color. So pretty. I think I said it earlier, but I just got the Fara Homidi blonzer earlier today. It's sitting here by me and I want to use it so bad, but I'm not going to. I want to film like an Instagram reel or something with it, but oh my gosh. I did open it up and look at it. It's so pretty. I hope it is everything that it looks like it would be. So I'm sure I'll upload it probably on YouTube Shorts here or on Instagram or TikTok. So make sure to follow me there so you don't miss that. Okay, so we've got lots of blush. Now let's do our concealer. So I'm going to use the Hourglass concealer, but I'm just using a very small amount. Okay, now I am pressing that concealer in with my A506 from BK Beauty. I think I'm going to do the Huda powder, the pressed powder. This one is in the shade Poundcake. And I'm going to set the center of the face and I think under the eyes with this as well. Okay, now I think I'm going to use a little bit of the Fara Homidi bronzer in the shade Bois. which is the lightest shade, and I'm just gonna go over my forehead and cheeks with this. We might even use this as eyeshadow later, we'll see. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of this new Nars Light Reflecting Blush in Love Deep. That's very glowy, and just add that on top. These are so pretty. These really surprised me, honestly, from Nars. I was afraid they were gonna be like no color at all, just a ton of like really intense shimmer, but no. They give the most beautiful, wet, like glow to the skin, but they give a little bit of color too, especially the darker colors. So I've been really enjoying it. I'm gonna fill in my brows, and I'm gonna use something different this time. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. micro brow pencil. I've been so stuck on my NYX Powder Louder brow pencil and the ABH classic brow pencil that I just have not been wanting to use anything but that. But I'm gonna use something different today. I think the reason I love those powder pencils so much is they're just softer looking. Sometimes it can be hard to use just a traditional brow pencil and make it not look like harsh. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna set them with this ColourPop gel. This is the Brow Boss Clear Brow Gel. Like I said earlier, I'm testing this out because I'm trying to find a brow gel at the drugstore that I really like. And this is one that I haven't tried. But everything I try, I just don't like it as much as the Benefit one. All right, for the eyes, I'm gonna do a little bit of this NYX eye paint. I was gonna just like put it directly on my eye, but I feel like that's a bad idea. So I'm gonna get some on my brush. This is a 206 from BK Beauty, and just press that in. Yeah, these are actually very pigmented, so you do not need a lot of it at all. And this one is really fair. It's a light kind of beigey brown, but it's a really good primer color. It's very similar to the Danessa Myricks Color Fix in Nude Number 3. Like they're very, very close. And I will say, when I've used this NYX one like a primer, it has held my eyeshadow really well. Like my powder shadows have worn great the times that I've used this. So I do think this is a good product. I will say the tube, there's a lot of air in it, so it is more affordable, but when I was squeezing it just now, this product is practically brand new, and I had to squeeze quite a bit. You could tell there's a ton of air in the tube, so definitely don't have a ton of product in there. All right, I think I am gonna take some of the Fara Homidi bronzer, and I'm just gonna go over the whole eye with this. And I'm using this with the Nikki LaRose N20, and I'm just kind of going over the lid and up into the crease with this as well. Okay, now I'm going to take this Chantecaille powder eyeshadow. So this is the Cheetah one, and I just barely kind of touched a little bit, and you get this really nice like wet effect. You can apply it a lot more intensely if you wanted to, but I want just like a tiny little bit of sheen from this. And let's see, I think for eyeliner, I might use this Victoria Beckham, the purple one. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like it. I'm gonna start with it in the waterline. This is the shade Orchid. Actually, let me sharpen this a little bit because it's kind of dull. So I put it in the waterline first, And then I'm gonna do a little bit on the top lash line for a little tiny wing. And just gonna pull it over a little bit on the lash line too. And then I know these liners have the little smudger thing on the end, but it's kind of hard on the Victoria Beckham ones. I don't really like it. It's this really like rough sponge tip thing. I really don't like it. So I'm using a 210 from BK Beauty instead. It's just a little pencil brush and just gonna kind of pull it out just a little. I love this color. This is, again, the shade Orchid. It's a really nice, lighter purple. For mascara, I think I want to use the Revi Beauty. This is the Effortless Lash. I've worn this one a few times since I got it, and I do really like it. It's really easy to remove, it doesn't flake, and it's kind of, I would say it's a pretty buildable formula, so you can apply just one lighter coat of it and get like a very natural looking lash, or you can build it up a few times and you get quite a bit of thickness and volume when you do. Okay, finally for lips, I'm gonna try this liner from Rimmel. This is the Lasting Finish Lip Liner in the shade 90s Nude. This is new to me. I am not 100% sure I'm gonna love this color. Yeah, no, it's kind of like a peachy pink, which is not my favorite. Okay, let's do Tower 28, paint my number. Maybe we'll do this Lisa Eldridge. I forget what these are called. It's like the balmy lip product. It's a really pretty pink. I still feel like I'm missing something with the lips. Let's see. Let's do just a little bit of this Sarah Creel gloss in on top. Yeah, so this doesn't really give color. It gives a really pretty shine. I felt like I needed something else. And then one final step I pretty much always do is take a little bit of my Invisimatte from Fenty, and I usually just add this to the center of the face, just really lightly, especially in the summertime. All right, that is everything for this month's Everyday Makeup Drawer. Hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I just did this video last month. It's crazy how fast time is flying by. It is actually July 1st as I am filming this, so we are officially in the second half of 2026, which is just crazy. But thank you guys for watching, supporting my channel, and of course commenting, liking the video. It really does help me, and let me know if you're still loving these videos. I think most of you do love these videos. They're my favorites for sure. And like I said in my Project Pan video, I want to incorporate more content like this on my channel, and I'm still just trying to figure out what that's going to look like. I kind of want to declutter again. I don't know. Definitely want to make a few changes to my content and my makeup collection overall. So I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. I've been posting quite a bit of short form content, so make sure to follow me there as well. As always, everything will be linked in the description box and in YouTube shopping for you as always. So if you're interested in anything that I talk about or that I wear, it's usually in the description box or up on the screen somewhere. And they are affiliate links, so thank you so much if you use them. But I will see you again very soon. Remember, simply be you.